Hey everybody, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people, the traditional custodians of the land on which these videos are made, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies right rushing through that because boy, oh boy, do we have a lot of ground to cover today. So, it appears that the Orange Twerp has invoked the Insurrection Act, declaring martial law in Los Angeles due to the anti-ICE protests that are taking place, federalising the National Guard, and Newsom is not happy. So please, 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 I just want to stay calm, stay stay away if you feel that you have to. If you just look after your enclave is what I'm saying. Look after your covenant. Look after your tribe. Don't let this play. This is all of us readers saw that insurrection and martial law was going to be declared. We just couldn't pinpoint where it was going to happen and what was going to be the trigger, but we all said it was coming. So please, please, please be aware but not alarmed. Look after yourselves and stay safe. Now, what I want to have a look at in this particular reading is I am going to move overseas despite what is happening in the US because it's all intertwined. Now, in Israel, Netanyahu's coalition is collapsing. His position as leader is absolutely completely under fire. Now, all of us readers have been saying that the three will go down very closely together, and we're talking about the Orange Twerp, we're looking about Netanyahu, the war criminal, and we're talking about the Kremlin. It's all going to go down very closely together. So what's happened is the US, now I couldn't find out who made this order, whether it came through Congress or whether it just came from the felon in an executive order, but apparently the US has put sanctions on 4 international criminal court judges in The Hague in retaliation of Netanyahu being charged as a war criminal, which he is. And for those that are interested, I did a reading. Someone mentioned it in an email to me this morning, and I said, well, 2 years ago, I did a reading about the attack into Israel, and it very, very clearly stated that it was a combination of Netanyahu, the Orange Twerp, or should I say the scene changes behind the Orange Twerp, and a lot of other parties involved there. So I'm just it was an excuse to invade the Gaza region and annihilate the Palestinian people. Okay, but the coalition, Netanyahu's coalition, is in the process of collapsing. So what's happened is there's a new party that leads in the polls. If an election was held today, so part of the actions that were taken 2 years ago was because Netanyahu knew that he was going to get voted out. He knew he was going to be tried for crimes, both within Israel and on the world stage. And therefore, part of also continuing the war is so that there are no elections. He can't be tossed out. But there's the new party led by a former Prime Minister Bennett that would get about 50% of the seats, whereas the Netanyahu party, so up to 72 out of the, I believe, 120 seats, whereas the Netanyahu party would only get 22. They are in a state of total disrepair. So I want to have a look at how that's going to play out. I gather there are protests happening in the streets of Israel at the moment. Oh boy, show me, show me, show me, show me, show me. I just want to have a look just to see what's first of all going to happen to Netanyahu. They're so intertwined. Let's have a look. What's going to happen with Netanyahu with this new information that's come out? The Sun card. He is being fully exposed. And my question is it not going to end well for him? And yeah, it's not going to end well. I'm hoping that this isn't some explosive event that occurs. I keep seeing there's some like a missile silo or an underground explosive event, a challenge. So how's it going to play out for Netanyahu? Fully exposed. Russia. Where is Russia coming in on this? His challenge is something to do with, well, we know Russia was partially behind it. Is Russia going to be the first one that collapses the Kremlin and then takes the rest down with them? Now, please pace yourself. I feel that what happened over the week is simply the first, well, not even the first, but it is the first major ruckus where they've landed quite severe punches on each other. There's a few broken ribs and black eyes and split lips and tooth spitting. Where they've been, and I'm talking about the orange twerp and Fleon. And if you're wondering who Fleon is, he's going to be the soon ex-CEO of a EV car company, also known as Space Boy. They've been dragged back by the scruff of their necks by their handlers to their respective naughty corners, and they're spitting in their corners. They'll be coming out again. They won't be able to help themselves. So just be aware of that going on. But it's going to take a couple of months for all of what's happening to play out. How's it going to go for Netanyahu? He's going to find himself not knowing which way to turn. Smoke and mirrors, confusion. He doesn't know which way to. I'm going to say he right now doesn't know which way to turn. He's played his hand, and it's not panning out for him. It's like the Kremlin, or I haven't picked up Putin for about 18 months. And if I say Dmitry Medvedev, I think, is the figure that I'm getting as the main controller at the moment. It didn't play out for what was started by the Putin figure and has been taken over by the power struggle in the Kremlin. It's not working out for them. It's not working out for Netanyahu. It's not going to work out for the orange twerp. But just know that these cornered rats are going to become even more desperate as they fight for their very survival. So perhaps something expose is going to come out about connections with Russia. Netanyahu does not know which way to turn. In the past, his plan came to fruition and he thought the ships were going to come and save him. And when I say the ships, I'm talking about the orange twerp. I'm talking about the Kremlin. He thought he was fine and dandy and his ship was going to come into harbour and it was going to go all smoothly. That was the plan and that's what started, but that's in the past. It's not coming together for him. Crowning this reading, he's on the back foot in a defensive position. At the moment, he does have the higher ground because he is in as the Prime Minister or President or whatever he is, leader of Israel. He does have the higher ground, but there are going to be more and more attacks that come at him. In the immediate future, we've got the higher authorities. Is this the International Criminal Court, or is this the Supreme Court in Israel, or is this just simply the government? Could even be the military. Externally for him, emotional breakdown. He sees that this is an ending for him, a cleansing moment. Internally, he's caught up in the shrubbery, his mercenary actions. He's still going to try and find a way out, but I think he's going to not be able to move. Here is what's my Mark Rutte card, head of NATO, but it could also be some sort of order coming down from these higher authorities. There's this ICC, the Four of Pentacles. The threat of the ICC. He's desperately trying to hold on and keep things secret. But be careful what you wish for, because there's that rat up in the rafter, pooping in your cup. Be careful what you wish for, because there's going to be volatile information that comes out about Netanyahu and his my way or the highway patriarchal arrogant control. He's going to face a harsh truth with that Knight of Swords, and he might flee the scene when it gets too hot for him. Where would he go? Oh, and there's another fleeing one. So 2 fleeing cards. Also full moon, new moon, full moon. Let's see where this goes. Nightmare situation as the partnerships that he made with strong men fall apart. It's not going to end well for any of these, but we have to go through this bit in the middle, which is just, read up on your history about the French Revolution to know how awful it's going to get. Well, the American Revolution back in 1776, was it? Any of these revolution periods, there's no pleasant way. Okay, show me. Is the ICC. Now, the European Union have come forward and said that they're supporting these ICC judges, that they will protect them. So I want to ask, will Netanyahu... Okay, first of all, quickly, couple of cards. Will he flee? Well, there's a couple of cards. Let's have a look. Will he flee? Be careful what you wish for. He's ended up in a nightmare situation. Volatile information's coming out, and he's going to find himself trapped. So he may be planning to flee, but he capture, perhaps, trying to keep things under wraps, but it just becomes too much, and the truth comes forward about his abuse of power, his hidden agenda, and his patriarchal control. Is going to find himself fully exposed. I think he's going to plan to, but I don't think he's going to make it. Or if he does get away, he'll be captured. So show me, will Netanyahu be tried? Will he be tried? Okay, I'm getting that he's going to unalive himself. When the noose tightens, he's going to unalive himself. Is Netanyahu? Is that what I'm getting? Right. So we've got this huge beginning, something here, something huge coming forward, turns into a nightmare. He's going to try and flee the scene, but there's going to be a snake in his path. The scales of justice, some sort of partnership deal that was done. This, you think he's going to take a justice, the 2 justices cards. Got manipulation, exposure, trying to relieve, harsh truth, a ruling, him, hidden agenda, truth coming out, trying to defend himself, 5 of Swords, the abuse of power, the 10 of Wands. It all becomes too much. Now, I'm looking at these cards here. Look at this. The Five of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the Page of Cups, something being offered, the Queen of Pentacles, some sort of pact when justice moves in. I don't know anything about his wife. I think he's got some sort of agreement, potentially with his wife, about mess that again. That when the downfall comes, they're going to take a drink, is what I get. Oh, that's. Let me pause, and I'm going to have a look up his wife. Hang on a sec, or some female partner. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I'm going. Yes, I'm just reading up on her. She's been convicted of misusing. I mean, her past history is interesting in that she was uh, chaired an aid organisation for abused children and for children with cerebral palsy. She worked as an educational psychologist, but after she married. It gets a bit dark. I mean, apparently her two brothers won international Bible contests, and one of her sons with Netanyahu has as well. But she's got apparently quite poor interpersonal relations. She's they were taken to court by a housekeeper for withholding wages and verbal abuse, etc. She was sued by another caretaker and a former bodyguard for abuse. She doesn't sound like a very nice person. And during their visit to a Portugal memorial to the victims of the Inquisition, she stated that her family was also facing Inquisition. Last year, she was accused of harassing witnesses during her husband's campaign, corruption trial. Yet yeah, she's pretty much full in with Netanyahu. Oligarchical snout in the trough type thing, where she is actually legally not a good person. Let me put it that way. So, is it? Oh, let me get her name. Hang on a sec. Her name is Sara Netanyahu. Does Sara Netanyahu and Benjamin Netanyahu, who's 66 years of age, do they have an ending at pact agreement if things get too hot for them? Well, this feels very personal, but let's have a look. Do they have some sort of agreement? Come on down. Or if you're wondering what cards I'm using, it's the Gilded Tarot Royale. Yes. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. When it becomes a nightmare situation. Is the sort of truth starting to come forward in the past, reaping what she has sown, making her bed and lying in it. We've got the secrets coming forward. A lot of headlines are coming forward. The Chariot externally, defiance, but the investigation internally to the snake in the grass. So she's going to be stiff upper lip for a while, but there's the secrets that they're trying to keep hidden. Here's this volatile information that comes out about mercenary actions. and then the opportunity. I'm going to say, yeah, I'm going to say yes, I do think they are. Oh boy, the government or higher authority. This could even be medical facility, the foolishness, the emotional overwhelming, the inner circle, information coming out about the dark actions. Now, I think this is more about process of when it's going to happen. Oh, the false victory. Things coming to an end as it gets fully exposed. The manipulation. We've got here the changing hands. Here is the independent female as part of this relationship, bringing things to a halt. Okay, that went a bit weird. That went a bit dark. Wasn't the death card? It may not succeed. I just feel that there is. Okay, enough of that. Let me have a look at my notes and see what else is coming forward. Catch you shortly.